You be what it want to be, but you
That
see
is
where the
not defective.
it is the why it's not defective.
That's destroyed.
Honey, I had to take a marker. Now look, I had to take a where you see the white out is where I'm outlining because it's all black. You can't see it. Look at it.
So the back that you just showed me, that part you just showed me right now is what it all used to look like.
No, it's what I'm doing. The what? This part right here. You see this? Okay, I can do it better this way.
That's
Um,
what it looks like now, and then flip it over, and that's what it looked like before.
can you see this part right here?
Yeah,
That's what it all looked like. So
yeah.
I had to
That's
take and
that's not
outline it.
defective. That's destroyed. That's
14
destroyed.
$14.
Oh my. Oh my god. Woo! That's crazy. They did a number on you on that one for real.
They did a number on themselves.
They got you good.
I paid half price for that thing.
You said you
And it's
paid half
supposed to be an
price.
NBA. Yeah, it's supposed to be an NBA shirt. A player muscle. I don't know what happened. Smoke screen. I don't know what they did, but you can't see it. And that's a number. You just can't see what it is.
Yeah, true. You just can't see what it is. That's wild
Yeah.
though.
I'm saying right this. You can't see
They
what it is.
they got you good.
And no, I knew what I was getting into. I looked at it. I'm like, I can fix this. It's taking a lot of time, but I have it done by
I
the championship is
mean,
over.
there's a will, there's a way, right? But
I'm
anyway,
always.
you ready to jump into this? You ready to jump into
I'm
this,
ready.
Madre?
I've been ready.
Oh, you been ready.
I've been
Oh,
ready.
she said I
Been
was just
ready.
waiting on you. Look, you
You
taking
got
your time. You taking your sweet time, little guy. Hurry up, niggle. She didn't say no though. You see that?
fun.
All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into the
Play
episode.
dumb.
So what's going on? You right. You right. But let me let's get into it. Let's get into it. So what's
Okay.
going on, everybody? Welcome back in, all you warriors of love. This is another episode of Divine Time Podcast where truth, wisdom, and growth align. I'm your host, Danli Divine, and today we're talking about something that completely changed the way that I move through life. The title of today's episode is The Power of Playing Dumb: Why the Smartest People Ask Questions. Now, before anybody gets offended, we're not telling people to be ignorant. We're talking about strategic humility. We're talking about seeking understanding before seeking validation. We're talking about why some of the wisest people in the room don't spread their time proving they're the smartest. And of course, I couldn't have this conversation without the one and only, my madre, Miss Yudi. What's going on, Yudi?
Not a whole lot, my friend. Not a whole lot, my friend. Oh, I ain't your friend, mom. Yeah, okay. Today you're my friend.
I mean, you said growing up, you always said I'm not your friend. I'm your mommy.
Baby, separate time. That was that time when you were young.
But
Now you
time
are
is in a
grown.
constant loop. Time is not linear; it's in a loop.
I'll play dumb.
Time is not linear; it's in a loop. But it's okay. In time, since we're always in time, you'll understand that. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all
Lord
right.
Jesus, no, he just did not do that to his mom. But anywho, yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to a friend. Which one you want to be today? You can't pick and choose whenever it's convenient for you.
I'm gonna be Miss B. How about that? I'm gonna be Miss B. It's on.
Are you gonna be Miss B?
I'm gonna be Miss
All
B
right. Well,
today.
then I'm gonna be D today. Since I'm
Okay.
going, since I got to deal with a B, I'll go ahead and be a D today.
I
Let's
ain't that
do it.
kind of B.
When our
I'm not
powers
that kind of B.
combine, when our powers combine,
I ain't that kind of B.
it's gonna be that type of episode today. Got you.
No, it
But
ain't.
anyway,
We gonna do
let's.
this.
I
Okay. All
wanna
right.
I wanna go ahead and start. I wanna go ahead and start. So let me
All
ask
right.
you this question: Why do you think so many people feel the need to prove how intelligent they are? I'm gonna have to put like the Jeopardy music in the background for that one.
Um, you said why do so many people feel like they have to prove? Maybe because they're insecure. I mean, I don't have to prove I'm intelligent. Do you? I know that ain't right for me trying to ask you that, but why do so many people? I don't know why people feel like they gotta prove they're intelligent. I mean, why you
Well,
just can't be yourself? You
and
hold a conversation, and but I can tell you this:
well,
some people talk to try to out talk you, That is showing that how intelligent they are.
or
Or
how
maybe trying to
intelligent they
trip you
think they
up.
are.
I think because in some instances, I think
Hmm.
it's low self esteem. Mm, low self esteem. They don't. I'm not gonna say they don't know their worth. It's like they don't know where they fit in.
Hmm.
Trying to fit in. Don't know their capabilities or unsure, uncertainty
Okay.
about themselves. How's that?
I mean, yeah, I agree with that because, for example, you know what I do for work, and I've
Mhm.
had a complete career change. Um,
Mhm.
I went from people thinking they were the toughest to people thinking they're the smartest. So it's
Mhm.
it's it's been a complete change for me. But for me, I've learned I from my observations, what I've noticed is I feel like it deals with the insecurity. I think the insecurity plays a huge
That
role.
was the word I wanted.
That's what I was feeling like you were getting at based off the things
Well,
you were
why you didn't
saying.
help me?
Because I wanted you to finish speaking. I didn't want to cut you off and interrupt you based off of what I thought that it was you were trying to say. I wanted to hear your complete thought.
Okay.
Because for me, I like to conduct myself the same way I would want other people to treat me. And I wouldn't
Okay.
want you to interrupt me if I'm in mid thought or trying to gas my thoughts. If you would have asked me, like, hey, help me with this, then I would have been like, okay. So you've taught me a lot and I've learned a lot in time. Yes, ma'am.
So, I give you permission to help me when you see that I'm struggling
Hell
a
no,
little
that's a
bit.
setup. I'm joking. I mean,
Oh,
if you go like this and you go help me, I'm like, all right, cool, and then we can troubleshoot and figure out exactly where it was you were trying to go. But I mean, if I
but you
see
know, the
you,
smartest person in the room doesn't ask for help. So
no,
you're
that is
gonna.
not true.
Okay, okay.
It is a wise man who knows they know nothing. The fool is the one who thinks they know everything. A wise man has no issue
Ooh,
with
that is
asking a
good,
question.
Mr. Ira. That is real good.
A wise person will
That's
sit there
real
and they
good.
will ask for help if they feel that they're stumped on something. Or even, and they
Okay.
will also receive other people's criticisms because they understand that they don't know everything. So another person's point of view can change the way that their outlook on things. But anyway, we'll get to that later on in life, later on
Mhm.
in this. But as I was saying, I felt like what you were trying to, what I feel is insecurity. Because when people aren't secure in themselves, they need validation from others. And with that, intelligence kind of becomes a performance. When in my observations, what I've noticed from working in like security, private PI, executive protection, you often have individuals to where it's like they revert more on their mass of how big they look to be that presence. And then in the field that I'm in now, individuals feel like their worth is based off of how much they know. So they're always trying to talk at such a high level as if I don't even want to say high level because it's not really deep conversations. They just throw a bunch of big words out to show that they have a big vocabulary, making them sound
They don't know
smarter.
what it means.
I mean,
Hmm.
majority of them know what it means, but they just want to. They feel as if the smarter they are, the better they are, or either the more things that they know. And the the culture that I'm in currently is the more that you seem to know, the more you're liked. And it's interesting because taking it back to like when I was in school, when I was like elementary, middle school, high school, it was more of a popularity thing. And then when in the field that I'm in, dealing with technology, engineers, and all that stuff, it's like the smarter you are, the more popular you can be. Even though you have no social you have no social skills for Jack Diddley squat. I'm talking about I'm talking about Bigfoot can get along with people better than you can. But it's interesting because the intelligence becomes their performance. And with that, instead of listening, they're always waiting for their turn to speak. So instead of learning, they're preparing a response. Does that make sense? So I want to say this as well. Over the 35 years that I've been alive, people truly, the individuals I've run across who actually really know something, they rarely need to announce it. And oftentimes, the loudest person in the room isn't the wisest. It's usually those who are sitting back and observing and quietly observing things, being patient, and they're allowing everything to go through their mind and they're piecing things together. It's almost like they're playing a social nonverbal chess game with everybody else without everybody else knowing, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
So let me, what do you have to, say for that? Because I got another question
Um,
for you.
I bet you do.
Oh
You
yeah.
said being the smartest, and then you started to talk about the job. Um, that workforce man. Well, let me look at that workforce. That workforce is something else. How we live to work instead of work to live, if that makes any sense. But I think
Oh yeah.
there's a generation that's getting this thing where it's. I'm gonna go back to what I wrote down, and it's gonna tie in with this.
Okay.
We're taught to excel. And it's funny because on my birthday, I had someone to tell me something that was like, wow, that is so true. And you getting it. You getting it. You getting it. You're at that age where things are coming together and you begin to understand this, as you call it, circle thing of life, whatever.
It's
But
time is not linear.
okay, okay, all right. So, but we are taught to excel.
Mm-hmm.
We teach our children to win, to be the best, the
Yes.
smartest, the most intelligent. And I'm guilty, and I'm gonna say I'm guilty for that. I didn't teach you to compete, but we're the motivation that we're giving our children as to you are smart, you are cool, you are good, you are this, you are that. We instill in that they are not failure is not an option. But
Mm.
because we never tell them it's okay not to win. It's okay to fail because if you fail, then you go back and you do it again. But
See.
what is failure? If failure is not
Oh.
the end,
Oh. Oh.
failure is not the end.
I'm. I'm.
Um,
I've actually broken that already. Sorry to cut you off. Um. And as you stated, you said that I'm gonna have to remove myself from that. And the reason I'm gonna remove myself from that is I'm gonna pull my son up real quick, all right? Because I actually broke that stigma. I let them know that nobody gets everything on the first try. It is
mhm,
okay to
mhm,
make mistakes.
mhm.
Failure,
That's how you learn. Mhm,
exactly, failure is first
mhm,
attempt in learning, FAIL.
mhm, mhm.
So
Oh, I like that.
anytime that you don't succeed, that means that it gave you another opportunity to learn something, to where now once you reach that point to where you have learned it and you're able to pass, that means that you have actually grasped something, you have learned something. Because
Right.
I know when I was in 7th grade, I think it was George Bush passed the No Child Left Behind, and they started pushing
Mhm,
people through grades whether they were
mhm,
grasping the information and learning things or not. You were moving
mhm,
on to
mhm,
where you need to go. They were just pushing
mhm,
people through. And shortly after, we got the participation awards. Even though you
mm,
didn't win, you still got an award because you tried. I'm like,
mm,
with that, that doesn't work because that's showing people that, you know what, I don't need to do anything. But in order to excel in life, you need to grow. And
mhm,
even though you're
mhm,
not trying to grow your height, trying to
mhm,
grow in the things that you're doing when you are a child, you're still retaining information. You are still growing on the daily. You are still receiving information and then being able to
mhm,
use your cognitive mind to piece things together, and you're constantly growing even though you don't
mhm, mhm.
realize it. So
Yeah.
I remove
Mhm,
that. I do not say you need to be the best at everything you do. You need to do this.
mhm,
I say you need to try your best, because your
mhm.
best might not be somebody else's best, but your
Right.
best could also be better than somebody else's. No matter what you do,
Right.
there's always going to be somebody better than you. I don't want you to feel
Mhm,
bad because there's somebody out there who beat you and got first place and you got second, even though you've been training for 14 years and they've been training for
mhm,
3 months.
mhm,
There's a lot of
mhm,
factors in there that come into play.
mhm,
For example, my wife, she can read a book and retain all the information. I can read that same book 7 times and not really grasp as much as she does. I'm
Right.
not going to sit here and beat myself up because of the fact that she knows how she retains information. She understands how to study. And it works for her because she was brought up on knowing how to do those things. With me, my skill set is different. There's a lot of things that I do that she can't do.
Right. We're all different.
Exactly. So I tell them all the time, I'm like, look, if you fail at something, my biggest thing I want you to do is don't give up.
Right. And that's winning.
That I feel is the true
That's
definition of
winning.
winning.
That's winning. You don't give up. You make it through. You make it through. You make it through. You push through. You gonna do it. And you will do it at your own pace, your own tempo, your own mindset, and not that you know you're focused on, I'm gonna do this. I don't have to be number one to get, to I'm still gonna get a trophy.
Facts.
I'm still gonna finish.
Matter of fact,
And if I finish, I win.
Keep on going, because I said I was gonna bring my child up real quick. Keep going for everybody talking. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay. And you said something else about preparing a response. That's listening and not hearing. A lot of times, people have to tell people, I need you to listen to me. I need you to hear what I'm saying. And it's kind of like, well, why I gotta listen and hear all, it's the same thing. No, it's not.
It's not.
Because I can be talking, but you're not hearing me because you're in your head trying to form some kind of answer to what I'm saying, and you're missing the whole emotion of what I'm trying to say. You're missing the whole conversation. You're not listening to the soul, the depth, the heart of the person.
Come here. Ooh, cheese and bread. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. All right, come here. Come sit right here.
I thought you wanted my sister.
Nah. All right. So, do you remember when I was talking to you? It was either today or yesterday when I was talking about making mistakes.
Yeah.
And how sometimes we don't always win.
Yep, that was yesterday.
Are you able to say in your own words what I said to you? What did I say about making mistakes?
It's okay because you learn from them.
Okay. So, with that,
and get better and better at it.
Okay. So, do I ever get mad at you for making mistakes?
No, because that's a part of life.
That's my boy. Why you look at me like that? I'm sorry, did I make a mistake?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, because if me kissing you is a mistake, I'm going to keep on making that one. I ain't going to learn from that one. But nah, I was just telling Tutu, I was like, look, we were talking about failure and mistakes, and I told her, I was like, I'm gonna stop that because I want you to do your best, but I also at the same time don't ever want you to think that whatever you're doing is not good enough, because your best could be better than somebody else's best, but it also may not be as good as somebody else's best. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you keep on trying, matter of fact, you remember all the times we would play games and you may lose, and then you'd get upset?
Yeah.
What would I tell you?
It's okay.
And why was it okay?
Because you learn from them.
The only way to get better is to keep on what?
Trying.
Mm-hmm. And then what started happening?
Winning.
Yeah. And now mommy and daddy can't win on anything because you got too dang good. So now we don't want to play with you.
Like in Sonic Racing when I beat you up.
Hold on. I think Tutu's saying something to you. Say that again.
You beat me. You were beating me in games when you were 2 years old.
True.
What?
True. Yeah.
Yes. I so don't remember that happening.
You were 2 years old.
I'm 7.
You were playing card games with her and beating her to where she didn't want to play. You got real good with games. Hold on. I think the wife want to show you something.
Hey, no, look, I cut one of my tomatoes. Doesn't it look good?
She grew a tomato.
Oh, that does look good. You got some cucumbers?
It's a tomato.
It's a tomato. Hold on.
What happened?
And I said, do you have any cucumbers?
Oh, she's saying, do you have any cucumbers?
Oh, not yet.
That does look good.
She only got one.
That would be real good on a tuna fish sandwich.
You get all that so bad.
What? I'm trying to be the participation award.
There's 6 tomatoes, okay? There's 6.
All right,
we're
gonna get back to the episode. I'm gonna have
that. So fresh.
5 hours later.
Oh wow.
5 hours later.
That's good.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I have a
I think
question
that's
for
the only time
Zachariah.
that I enjoy you just shoving something in my mouth.
Because it tastes good.
Right?
I
Sorry.
have a question for Zachariah.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do this so that way you can hear she, okay?
Okay.
All right. Say something.
I have a question for Zachariah.
Oh wow, I got that.
Can you hear me, Zachariah?
Yeah.
Yes, proper
What does it
response.
mean to
Yes,
win?
ma'am.
Okay.
What does it mean to win?
That's a question for you. What does it mean to win? What does it mean to you to win? What is I guess for me to put it in different words for you to understand better. What makes you feel like you won?
That I just tried my best to do it.
Okay. So how do you know if you won?
Let me say something. You remember when you were racing in school and you were the fastest runner and you were just going around and around and you came in number one. So you were the overall winner, correct?
Well, when I was racing my class in first grade, I came in first place in the first
Here
round,
comes your sister.
but
Okay. Hi, baby.
the second round, I kind of came in like I think second or third because I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell by the tie that I had with someone somewhere.
Okay, so how did that make you feel? How did you feel we're coming in second or third and not number one?
Fine. I'm fine if I
Why?
come first, second, or third.
Huh?
I'm fine if I come first, second, or third.
Why?
Because sometimes it makes me happy and I just want to jump around and all that stuff.
So why are you okay with coming in second or third?
You still win.
Cause it's like the closest to number one, so I'm like.
Okay. But you still win. You still win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still win. And even if you came in last, you still win because you finished.
Mm-hmm.
You finished.
Facts.
And a winner always finishes.
I agree.
A loser always quits.
I love winning.
She said a loser always quits.
Yeah, you only lose when you quit. You don't quit. You're gonna win. You're gonna make it. You may not have that giant trophy, but you got one.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Believe. All right, bye. I'm gonna let you go ahead
Look
and
at
finish your dinner.
this.
Oh.
What is that? That's cute.
He painted that earlier today. That was so earlier when you called
I
me
want.
and I told them to leave it on the counter. They had painted a bunch
Yeah,
of window art.
I want it. Can I have it?
How are you gonna have it?
Mail it to me.
We can mail it to her, or you can give it to her when she comes down.
You can come see. You can come see me too.
I'll send them to you tomorrow. Don't play with me. It's summertime. I'm like, I feel like that would
I'm
be.
in spring break.
You're on summer break right now. You're on summer break. You don't start school again until I think like August. So I mean, with it, that's June. You got June or July. I can send them down for July if you want. We can talk about that offline. All right.
Amen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Amen.
offline. And I'll talk with y'all as well. And I'll
With
talk.
Divine. We've gone from
I want to stay with them for a week.
being a dummy.
You'll be down there for longer than a week because I'm not about to spend the amount that I'm gonna have to spend just for you to be down there for a week.
Fine.
I'm gonna have to have her come over here, and then that way she can be your guardian, taking y'all down there. And then that way I can fly down there to bring you back.
He lost both of his cars.
Okay.
Snitch.
All right, we'll talk about that.
All right, let me.
What did he say?
He said he lost both of his cars.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
That's a bad feeling for both of them to break down at the same time. But anywho, it's all good. God is in control.
Trust me. Between Grandma and Azaria, you're gonna lose it. So with Zachariah in the mix, I think him and Eric will have fun.
I think they'll protect me. Okay.
Oh yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
let's move
But
on.
so
Let's
the
move on.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So as I told you, I had a question for you. The question is, have you ever met someone who talked like they knew everything, but the more they talked, the less they actually knew?
Yes. Yes. And I have this I have a gift to where I am very spiritually discerned
Uh-huh.
and spiritually discerned. And I listen very well to what people say, and depending on the mood that I'm in, I may even, you know, kind of recap. People will you talking about circles, man. People can often talk in circles, and I find myself doing it too. But yeah, some people just want to talk to. Grandma used to say to hear themselves talk, and
Yeah.
get mad. I mean, just really want to talk. Don't even want you to say anything. Just sit there and listen to them. I'm like, why are you wasting my time? My conversation is more than one person talking. And can I say something? Because if I don't say something, I'm gonna forget what crossed my mind. But yes, I have. And how do you deal with people like that? You deal with them for the moment,
Okay.
and when that moment is over, it becomes the past, right?
Let me move
You
you
don't
to the other
engage in the
side. So
future.
I got you on my left side of the monitor. I'm gonna put you on the right.
Okay.
There we go.
What does that have to do with anything?
So that way it looks more. That way it looks like I'm looking at you more. I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you got that right there.
Okay.
Folk, yeah. It's just some people just want to be heard. You don't know if people are lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't know what folk are going through. So you just got to be cognitive of who you're talking to, aware of who you're talking to, and
Yeah.
what I always say, know your audience. You can't always judge, but if it's somebody that you deal with all the time and it's a constant thing, then it's like, you know what? You need to pay me.
She said you need to pay
You need to pay me. I'm $95 an hour now.
me.
You need to pay me.
Damn. I'm sorry. My bad.
I got more time behind me than I do ahead of me, so I need to make up.
She said I got
No.
90.
No,
God.
seriously. So, I mean, that's just. I am amazed as to where we've come in life. How what I don't say evolved. It's like what people are choosing to do.
Mm-hmm.
The choices that we're making. It's amazing. We're becoming very self-centered. Very concerned about ourselves and no one else. I hate driving on the highway because it's like we were going to church this morning, and this car just came from the merge lane pretty much over to the second lane. And it's like, dude, you merge into the lane that you're running into, and the guy that he came over into that lane, the guy had to hit his brakes. We're not concerned about other people, and honestly, to me,
Mm-hmm.
it's you're not even concerned about yourself, because if you were, why would you endanger yourself first? If you cause an accident, you gonna get hit, hurt, or something.
Facts.
But we don't think like that anymore. It's like everything evolves around me.
And it's weird to think about it like that. There are a lot more individuals who are all about themselves.
It is. It is. It's becoming a norm. I don't know how we got there, but I know it's easy to get away from that. It's really easy to get away from that. We cannot be self-centered, because no matter what we're not an island. We're not an island.
Isolated from the rest of the world.
No, we are all interconnected somehow, some way. Whatever you do is going to have an effect on somebody else. Whatever they do is going to have an effect on you.
Facts.
It's going to have an effect on you.
So I want to say this real quick. I want everybody who ends up watching this and makes it this far, if y'all made it this far, like, follow, subscribe, share this out to anybody that you are running across. And if y'all are on the lives, go ahead and say something, because we are all, well, I'm saying we are all, me and Yudi are listening, and it will be fun to engage in conversation with y'all. Even if it is even if it is down in the comments later on, and after this is all done. But I want y'all to think about this. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone spent more time trying to impress people than actually understanding them? What did that reveal about them? I want y'all to go ahead and leave y'all comments down below, or either if you're on with us right now, go ahead and type it and I'll see it pop up. But that's the same question for you, Yudi. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone spent more time trying to impress people than actually understanding them?
Yeah, I think that's what you was asking before. You know, something else you got to look out for with that. A talker is be more concerned about how they behave, how they treat other people. Okay, you can talk a good game. You can talk a good game. And even though you may do some things that look like, you know what, I'm a caring, concerned person, it's not all about me,
Yep.
hang out with them more than one time. Hang out with them more than one time. That self will come true. That true self will come through. It will come through. So, you know, yeah. You can talk a good game, but really, what do you do? Actions speak so much louder than words.
I was just about to say that action speaks so much louder than words. Like, I'm going through a situation right now to where the things that are happening and the way that I'm being spoken about, I'm just like, damn, I should win an Oscar, because the way that I'm being spoken about is not me. But if I'm putting on this masquerade for so many years, almost half a freaking century, I'm like, I deserve to
Quarter.
A quarter. Okay.
I'm the half. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right. Excuse me. If I have been putting on this front for a decade, better?
3.
Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. I've been putting on a front according to this individual for so damn long. I'm like, if it's been going on for that long and I am this way and everybody sees that I'm this way, but yet if you're saying that I'm not this way, and people who live with me say that that is not what it is, I feel that I should win an Oscar. I should have been an actor, because in order for me to act this long, this way, I deserve something, right? And even when it comes down to it, the way that I speak, the things that I do, now granted, they may not always line up. Go ahead, B.
People are trying to show you who they are.
I understand
Believe
that.
them.
Oh yeah,
Believe them.
oh yeah, I know that. When someone shows you who they
No.
are, believe
Let
them.
me tell you something. Sometimes we see things in other people that are actually in ourselves,
Facts.
and it agitates the hell out of us.
Yes.
Okay, and we start to, I guess the right word is project.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh,
onto
for sure,
someone.
project. For sure, project.
But what someone sees in you is what someone sees in you. That's how they see you.
Yes.
That may or may not be who you are. That's how they see you. That's how you make them feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how, whether intentionally, unintentionally, or knowingly, unknowingly. That's how you evidently make them feel.
Yes.
This is a hard one right here, and I really don't want to expound on it.
I'm gonna expand on it when you're done.
No, I really don't want to talk about this anymore. We need to wrap this one.
Well, no, I'm gonna talk on that gift. I'm gonna talk on that gift. What you're talking about once you're done.
Okay.
Not the necessary topic.
Yeah, I really don't want to talk about that. For the simple fact is, we as human beings, men or women, really need to know who we are.
Yes.
Okay. The sermon that was preached, it was really good. To God, I'm good enough for everything. I'm good enough. He said I was good. He made me good. I'm the apple of his eye. That's what's coming to me. Sometimes
and I
people
love you. I'm sorry.
People have got to really understand what has gone on in their life. Folk will speak stuff to you, say things about you, do things to you, just to stop you from growing.
Preach.
And when we stop growing,
I feel it coming. Get it. I feel it.
We become stagnant. And when we become stagnant, we become bitter. And the whole objective is not to become bitter in life, but to become better in life. Because if we grow, we want to gravitate towards better. We want to be good. What does B say? We want to be good because God says I'm good. And you have to stop at some point in time in your life and realize, you know what? Just because this has happened to me does not mean or define. Additionally, it does not mean I have to live this for the rest of my life. I must move on. I have to move on because when I'm moving, I'm growing. Okay, I'm living. No, you didn't. That's what all of that means. But we cannot become stagnant. We cannot become stagnant because when we become stagnant, we become bitter, and we got to become better. As a human being, we got to become better.
Yes.
There's no other way about it. We got to
Yes.
let stuff go. Whatever happened in the past, let the past be the past. You, what was that? You know I love this movie. The past, the present, and a gift. Today is a gift. And if you don't open that gift with joy, gratitude, thankfulness, understanding, wisdom, it's not a gift. It's a burden. And why carry around a burden from day to day to day when you could be carrying around the gift of life? But we get stuck in the past. Let us go. Woo!
Oh snap! All right, that was trying to tell you to stop. But to everybody who is not aware, what she was stating at the end was the story of yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called present.
Yes.
Yeah. I anybody who doesn't know me, I am a master at acting dumb but being smart. I'm always watching and paying attention. But as I wanted to talk a little bit more on the gift, when it comes down to the gift, our lineage has passed on to me the gift of one, discernment, and the gift of mirroring. I'm able to see who people are, not what they put on, but who they are. And I can speak to who they are, which oftentimes they make me an enemy because I can see through everything that they are trying to portray. But then the issue is my dark side can also mirror who they are back to them, which will make it to where everything they're trying to hide comes to the forefront by being everything that they are back to them. Does that make sense?
A little bit, not a lot.
So
you need to try to explain more.
So for example, let's say you are sitting here and you're putting on an image of this sanctified, holy. You're putting on this image of this holy, sanctified woman who is a loving wife to her husband, but yet deep down inside, you are hating yourself and refusing to heal from traumas you've gone through in the past. And here I am. I see the shell that you are hiding behind, but I see everything that's going on with inside you. And then I speak about what's going on inside you. Now, with that, I become your enemy because I see who you truly are. So then you start treating me a type of way based off of the things that you're hiding, that you're trying to hide from everybody else. But then with that, I reflect those things back to you to where you have no choice but to reflect on what it is that you are trying to hide from everybody else, which therefore then brings out the anger. It can bring out the anger in you from you not wanting to resolve those issues, or either it can help change you by bringing it to your attention that you are still dealing with those issues. Now, I've had multiple times in the past where people would get mad at me because I've told them what they need to hear, but they didn't want to receive it. But come back to me later on and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry. That's not what I wanted to hear at the time, but that's what I needed to hear." But I've also had times where people come and attack me, and we end up having a falling out and never hear from them again because they are refusing to heal because they don't want to deal with the things that they've dealt with that I brought to their attention that they were trying to hide.
It's funny you say that because I was reading Luke last night, And
Mhm.
Luke said, in Luke, the book of Luke, Jesus told the disciples to go into this town. And when they get into that town, if they're not accepted in that town,
Yes.
they reject them in that town. They leave, kick the dust from your feet, and keep stepping.
Mhm.
And what that means is, you know what? I brought you an opportunity to know the Lord,
Yes.
but you chose not to. So guess what? It's off. It's done.
Yes.
The God was here, but you rejected him,
Now that's the
and
thing.
now you're gone.
I
Not saying
know,
you're a God.
I know that I understand that lesson because with anybody, people that I run across, I lay it down with them and I leave it with them, and whether they accept it or not, I've done what I need to do. But
Hmm.
there are some circumstances to where it's like I can't just move on because the individuals may be stuck around me. You feel me? So it's just like, okay, cool, boom. But continuing on with the act dumb but be smart. One of the greatest lessons that life taught me is this: you need to act dumb because let me say this first. You need to act dumb but be smart because people will hear something and then think that it means that you are being weak. And ultimately, I'm not saying that you need to be weak. But what I am saying is you need to stop revealing your entire hand because there's a lot of individuals who will say what it is that they're going to do, or they will show their hand and allow the other individual to come up with a plan of what's going to happen next. But when you sit there and something happens to you and you stay silent, you're leaving that person thinking that they got the better of you while you are doing what you need to do in the background. For example, let me give you an example. I had an individual last week. I brought to their attention, I was like, you like to be in control based off the conversation we were having. Which, mind you, when the conversation first started, first thing I told them was act dumb, but be smart. Of course, they overlooked that. So we're having a conversation. It ends up going into rocks, crystals, them talking about how they like technology and mechanics more than people. And I was like, well, mechanics and people, I was like, when it comes down to like mechanics and people, it's kind of similar. And they said, no, when it comes down to like technology and machines, that's predictable. It's you can predict what it is. I was like, even when it comes down to people, it's predictability. I was like, have you ever heard of sociology? And they were just like, what? I was like, sociology. I'm like, sociology. I was like, that right there is understanding. I was like, that's the study of understanding why people do the things that they do. I was like, so the mind, why the mind works the way that it does.
That's psychology. That's not sociology.
Okay, so what is sociology?
Social deals with the social aspect of a person. Psychological deals with the psyche, why people do what
Why
they
they
do. We gonna Google this. So
I
keep
feel
talking.
yeah
Keep talking.
I feel like psychology is why people think the way they think, and sociology is why they do the things that they do.
Sociology is a scientific and system study of human society, social interactions, and social institutions. Psychology.
Uh-huh.
I love it. It's a study of how we do what we do. Study of mind and behavior. It encompasses, check this out. It encompasses the biological, social, and conscious, unconscious processes.
All of it.
All of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But you see, I'm in psychology. I
Yeah.
won't defend that to 100%.
Hey,
But it encompasses everything.
Okay. Psychology
Okay.
encompasses everything. Because I know a lot of people been
How we
trying
think while
a
we
lot
do
of
what we do.
a lot of people been trying to get me in psychology. But
Yeah. I tried when you were younger.
I was like, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and then I realized that they really just chase the money, and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I have morals.
You know what? Just don't believe that hype.
I'm not believing that hype. I'm saying that a lot of them, when you go to when you're trying to get into firms, a lot of them are not necessarily
moral. Why you want to get into a firm? Why not start your own?
Well, I would need to be in a firm first.
Whatever. Our thought process, I don't know where we get this thought process from. And
Well,
I wish I could cast that thing
think
down
about
into the
this.
pits of
Think
hell.
about this. When you are going, you have to have work experience, right?
Listen. Let me finish.
How do you get that work experience in an internship?
I have seen people come. You're going to start somewhere, but you don't have to stay there.
You don't. But
I've seen
when you're
people come
starting
out of
off,
college. I've seen people come out of college and start up their own practices with no experience.
oh, that's what's
It's
up.
a gift. It's a gift.
It truly
When
is.
God calls you to do something, He has equipped you to do it. You just need to have the internal stamina to get up and get it done and believe in yourself.
Well, I'm about to
You
go
gotta
back to
have,
school. I with everything that I've been through in life, you know, I need to go ahead and I'm gonna need to take
yeah,
that
and it's
bar.
not about if you chasing money, you chasing money.
Yeah.
If you in it to help people, then guess what? That's this thing called pro bono.
Yep.
You always have people. We all got to make a living. We really do. We all want to live a legacy. Yes, we do. However, the objective in life is to help others.
Mm-hmm.
It's to love your neighbor as yourself. Who's your neighbor? Anybody in need. Not Mr. Ed across the street. I'm Bessie next to you.
I mean, he's pretty cool though.
He really is. He really is. And all you do is sit out on the front porch and drink beer. So, okay.
He just smokes
That's
a cigar.
fine. We
But
don't
yeah.
need you right now. Yeah. But anyhow, you're crazy.
I
You
am.
said something and like, oh, let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Rewind.
Let me back it up and keep us back on put us back on point. I like the title of your show, Mr. Daniels. But I have one thing to say about your title.
Yes, ma'am.
You said what is it? Let me write this out.
Act dumb, but be smart.
Act dumb. I like that. That's really but be smart. But be smart. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But you know me. You know me. I gotta be. Let me see. I gotta be for real. Okay. I can't be fake. I can't be phony. So for me to act
Same
dumb,
here.
that's fake. That's phony. So
No, it's
why
not.
can't I? Listen. Why can't I just be quiet and listen and observe and do what I do best? Let's just be quiet. Because even if silence is golden, but you said, and the word says, the foolish man just run off at the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking and don't know what they're talking about. Let them do that. But I can pay attention. I pick up on a lot when I'm quiet, when I'm just listening. Now, and that is a form of acting dumb. Thank you. It really is. Because I'm acting like I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm listening and I'm watching, and everything is being revealed.
You know what's crazy?
No.
The next part of what I was gonna say before I let you finish was, remember how I said that's not. All right. Let me go back. So as I'm saying,
I love our conversation.
check it, because the last part that I have
No, I
written
think
down.
I love our conversation. We had to back it up sometimes.
Yeah. So, back it up. Hey. But I mean, in all honesty, the next part that I was gonna say, which I have written down, is I'm not saying to. What I'm saying is stop revealing your entire hand. Remember when I said that? The next part was stop showing everybody how much you know. Observe first. Ask questions first. Listen first. That right there is going to have everybody else thinking that you are dumb. Because going back to the example that I was talking about, I had an individual to where I ended up informing them, you want to always be in control. They said no, so on and so forth. I gave them some examples. They stopped and thought about that. They came back later on and was like, you know what? Yeah, I like to be in control. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a control freak. I never said you were a control freak. They were like, you know what? You're kind of pretentious. And when they said that, I was like, for real? And I was about to snap back at them because I knew that was a projection. And I knew it was a projection because, one, you're transgender. Two, all you do is use big ass words trying to talk about your vocabulary. Three, you boast about your electric bike as if it's a lavish fucking vehicle. Four, every time that you come in, you're talking down to people as if they're not as smart as you, and you use these big words to make it seem as you're something greater than you are. You're constantly boasting about how you are very good with Linux and how your computer is a straight Linux operating system and all the other things that you do. I'm like, you are the definition of the word pretentious. So I realized right there, okay, that's a projection. So I looked at the person, I said, yes, I am. And I cut them off and I did not talk to them anymore. And now the lucky thing was, that was on Wednesday. On Thursday, their project didn't come in. On Friday, they work remotely. So next time I may see the person would be on Tuesday because they don't work. They work remotely on Monday as well. So now the last memory that this person has of me was me saying, yes, yes, I am. So they think I don't know what the word is. They think that I'm dumb. Like I don't know what just happened. Not knowing that I've cut you off and you've shown me a whole lot of stuff in that interaction. So again, I observed. I didn't ask questions because I already knew what that word was, and the definition of that word, it is an insult, ultimately. That word in itself is an insult. And if you dig deeper into the definition, that's someone who is fake, someone who is portraying to be a smart individual, someone who is portraying to be a know-it-all, someone who is portraying to be more than they really are. So I thought it was interesting because I was like, damn, you are the definition of that. I'm like, you literally down to... Now, granted, I have nothing against the ABC, the alphabet individuals and all that stuff. But I'm like, look, you're portraying the opposite sex. You are full of debt. I can go through your whole life because you told me all of it. I can talk about how you were an outcast growing up and how you purposely decided to build yourself to create an image to make yourself feel more presentable to the world. And that's the reason why I didn't even get upset, because I was like, that's a projection. That was
You
an
know what?
observation.
You know what? And see, me on the other hand, this is how I look at it. When
Mm-hmm.
people do stuff like that, pretentious is an insult. So that tells me you have been insulted all your life. And that's
Yes.
how I look at people. I don't look at, the outward, I look at the inward. And it's your spirit. This is your spirit.
You remember
By
earlier
you
when I
telling me what you,
remember
by you
earlier
telling
when
me
I
what you're telling
said
me, but I don't want to talk about this person. What?
remember earlier when I said I was like, I can see through all the stuff that they're trying to portray and I see who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the person was
Yeah.
offended, and that's why they decided to project an
Insult
insult
you
at
and
me.
shut you up.
Exactly.
Right
And I
now,
recognized it right then and there, and that's why I just shut it down and said, yes, I am. Because that's the last interaction you're going to have with me. You're going to think that I'm dumb and think I don't know what's going on. I'm going to leave you to go ahead and think that. But with that, you can say whatever you want, but I know what's truly going on. I'm acting dumb, but being
what do
smart.
you do about that when you know that's what's truly going
Act
on? What do you
dumb,
do about
act
it?
dumb, and be
No,
smart.
in that situation.
In
Well,
that
how do you?
situation, I informed the individual on something. I informed the individual of what I have
That ain't what I
noticed.
asked you. I said, what do you do? How do you handle people like that?
I
How do you deal with
can
that
I
in the future?
finish?
No.
No? Okay. Well, then I'll just shut up.
Go ahead. Go. No. Go
So
ahead.
the way that I deal with it is there are steps. First of all, if I informed you about something that you have been avoiding, and you decide to insult me, that lets me know that you don't want to work on that. But if I brought it to your attention and you then think about it and you come back, as I just stated earlier, I have individuals who come back to me and be like, that's not what I wanted to hear, but that's what I needed to hear at that moment.
That's
not
the person that wants to change.
Exactly. So with that, everything that has just happened there, you insulting me, okay, cool. I need to stay away from you. Now, later on in life, if you come back to me and you're like, hey, that's not something that I wanted to hear, but that is what I needed to hear. That's what I need to hear. That lets me know, okay, now you have reached a point to where you are ready to change. So I know how I can move with you, but I'm still going to be cautious. So at the time right now, that shows me that you are still operating on your inflated ego. You don't want to change. You have no reason. You feel you have no reason to change because you still think you are a hot shit. So I'm going to remove myself until you reach the point of where I know that you can be. And once we go there, then I will reevaluate slowly of how I need to conduct myself around you, to understand where you are currently, to how I can express myself and talk to you, because I know who you are. I understand where you are. I understand what you're going through. I see you for you. not what you're trying to show everybody else. But until you see you for you, there ain't anything I can do or say to you if you don't want to receive that. So until you're ready to receive that, I need to stay where I need to be in order for you to do what you need to do. Because if the baking soda touches that vinegar anytime that baking soda touches that vinegar, it's going to boil and overflow. So when it comes down to it, I understand that I'm that catalyst. I'm that baking soda. And if that vinegar isn't watered down enough, it's going to shoot out of that bottle. So in order for me not to make it to where you have a cap on that bottle and make the whole canvas explode, I need to make sure that you have removed that bottle cap off the top. So that way when the baking soda touches that vinegar, you're free to come out. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. You know, I said something to you a few minutes ago about Luke shaking the dust
Yes,
from
and
your
that's why I
feet.
was smiling.
And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you talking, and Holy Spirit is talking to me. You said something about staying away. There's
Yes.
sometimes you got to stay with people because you're gonna be the only light that they see.
Facts.
But you got to know you got to know your assignment.
Yep.
That is, you have to know your assignment, and you have to know your roadblocks.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to know your assignments. You have to know your roadblocks. Um, and with that, I challenge you to do a show on learning how to help people see in the dark.
Ooh. Hold on. Let me write it down.
I got it written down.
Okay. All right.
Learn how
I'm
to
writing
help
it down
people
too.
see in the dark.
How
Now
to
you
help people
asked
see
me
in
a
the
while
dark.
back, and we need to get off this show. I got to pack for Paris.
Oh, you about to go to Paris? All right, we're gonna talk offline. We. Yes, I've been thinking about that for a minute.
Yeah. So
I'm
you
sorry.
gotta learn how to
How?
help people see in the dark.
There we
Learn
go.
how
I got it. You just said it.
to help people see in the dark. You mentioned a few weeks back, and I haven't forgotten. You wanted to do a Bible study on spiritual warfare.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what you're talking about is dealing with spiritual wickedness in high places, principalities.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh my God, I hate you so much right now.
don't let me love me, honey.
I mean,
You're
I
mine.
love you, but I had a dream on that too about 2 days ago, and I wrote it down in my dream journal.
Ooh,
Ugh.
that you share with me.
Yeah, I wrote it down in my dream journal right here.
Mhm.
And with it came up because I was like, principalities, what the hell was that? And it was crazy because the figure in front of me, I don't know if it was a male or a female, I don't really remember, but it told me, it was like, you do not battle with the things.
You don't wrestle.
It was like, you do not battle with the things in front of you, but you battle with principalities. And I was like, what the fuck is principalities? So that was
You
the
in that
thing.
mouth. Oh,
That was
Jesus, help me,
that
somebody.
was the thing that stuck with me when I woke up. I was like, what the hell is principalities?
Uh-huh.
And I meant to research it, but I had a lot of stuff going on with work.
Uh-huh.
I'm not. I can tell you offline, but
Mhm.
and it's nothing bad. It's just higher ups doing higher ups things. I'm like, I'm tired of the dog and pony show. But so I was like, I never got around to researching what the heck that meant. So hearing you saying right now, I was like, oh, it's coming to fruition. What's happening? What's really cracking? But
Okay.
yeah,
All right. The scripture itself is Ephesians 6.
with flesh.
Write that down. Ephesians 6.
Yep.
It talks about putting on the whole armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood. And I guess that's why I have been redirected to think that, you know what we deal with. And I gotta say spiritual.
Yep.
I
love spiritual.
You,
I'm having fun
yes,
with it.
I get on these shows with you, and I would throw God in there, but really, it's all
spiritual.
It's all about Him. It's all about Him. It's all about that warfare that we're in. That's what it's about, and I cannot let that slip from my mind. I cannot.
Don't stop. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Because it's just like I said, when I look at someone, please remember that what I'm looking at is that spirit. And I said that earlier, that's in that person. But I think I kind of contradicted myself in there when I said shake the dust. Everybody, you got to stay away from. And I don't mean run. I mean, you know what? You are not my assignment.
Facts.
I'm gonna plant a seed, somebody else on water. If it don't grow, then that's on you. That's when the dust has been shaken. It's been given to you. But there are some people that are so lost up in this world and what's going on in their head, and they're battling spiritual warfare.
Yep.
Those are the ones right there. Because just as I project something back on you, that means I'm aware of it. So
Yep.
guess what? I
Facts.
need to find out how to help you see in the darkness.
Yes.
Because you know what? You see my light and you want to put it out.
Yep.
You see my light. And you think that what you say and how you say it is going to cause me to turn back and say, no, I surrender.
Yes.
We wrestle not against flesh and
Flesh
blood,
and
but
blood,
principalities.
okay.
So you know what? What is really going on with you? And from what you were saying about what you were saying, I see your past has guided you to where you are today. You were denied. You don't know who you are. And because you don't know, you have this facade as to I am what I really am not. I am who God brought me to, who He made me. And a lot of people don't know who they are. They don't know. They've been bruised and battered so bad.
Yes.
They've been talked about and talked to so much.
Yes.
They don't know who they are.
Facts.
And they're trying to please everybody. No, please God. You can tell me one thing. Sherelle can tell me something else. Jeremiah, Zechariah, all of y'all can say this, that, and the other about me. But what does God say? What does He say?
Is your heart lighter than a feather?
Man, let me tell you something.
Wait.
Our struggle is not against flesh and blood. Therefore, put on the whole armor of God. Problem. We don't want to put it on. We want to wear our street clothes.
Facts.
And I'm catching myself talking with you. I want to put on my street clothes. No, I got to put that armor on. I got to keep my head covered up so that those thoughts won't come into my head. I will keep my focus on Him. I got to keep my heart protected.
You know what we got to do?
The abundance of the mouth comes the abundance of the heart.
You know what we got to do?
No.
We got to do a collab with the Godly Girly podcast.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Because that's going to be powerful.
When that armor fall up in here,
that's going to be powerful. And I'm like, look, the me that I am and where I have grown to, the you of the acceptance that you have received, I don't know where she is at, but I'm like, us two alone can open some doors. Yeah, and
you know what? I love that. I love it. But I want to say this to you, and I want to say this to those that are listening.
Yes, ma'am.
It's okay to be right here and open them doors up. When I shut this computer down, what other doors am I opening up? Mm-hmm. We gonna reach some people here, but there's some people we gonna come into contact with face to face. And what we gotta do, learn how to help people see in the dark.
Facts.
We gotta help them. We gotta help them. No, I'm not the Savior. He has already come. But you know what He did? He gave me the power of the Holy Spirit. And when I got that right there, I don't need nothing else.
99.5 won't work, right?
Because you know what? I will do better than I will say. I'll be able to do everything that He did. Therefore, I can heal. I can deliver. I can cast out demons. I can call down fire. I can make that mountain move.
Let's we getting into it. We getting into it now. We getting into it.
To know who we are.
Cheese and bread.
Because if we don't, then those principalities, that spiritual wickedness in high places, when those things come upon us, we sit there looking like dummies. Looking like dummies, and we can't be dummies.
Facts. And I mean, that's perfect, because here's a quote I want everybody to listen to. All right? Check this out. People can control a conversation, but they struggle to control a pattern. I say that again. People can control a conversation, but they struggle to control a pattern. A person can lie once, but their habits eventually tell the truth.
Yes.
So real quick, Yudi, I want to talk
Yes,
about
sir.
questions. I think questions are one of the most underrated superpowers in life, especially closed-ended questions.
That's interesting. Last time I did, I kept telling them I asked a lot of questions. I asked
hmm
questions. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So when it comes down to closed-ended questions, what are your thoughts on that? Because me personally, I feel like questions create clarity, and clarity destroys confusion. When it comes down to some individuals, they want to create confusion by playing word games. So, what is your thoughts when it comes down to questions? How do questions play a role in acting dumb?
You know what? How the questions put, I don't know. That's interesting right there. That's one I would have to test on. But I can tell you about with me. When I
hmm
ask a question, I go back to that Proverbs that says, and all you're getting, get an understanding.
You said all
I
you're
want, I
getting,
want,
get an understanding.
and all you're getting, get an understanding.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to know what you're saying.
Yes.
I may even want to know why you're saying what I like what God talk says. What is it she says? She says, shoot, I forgot what she said. But in all you'll get, I want to understand. I really want to understand. What's the root? That's what she said. I want to know the root. I want to know. You know, a tree grows. I'm gonna use an oak tree. An oak tree grows from a little seed.
Yep.
Okay, you put that seed in the ground, and I didn't know this. I am not a farmer, but when you put something in the ground, a seed in the ground, it dies. And then the more, and then I don't understand that thing. It dies, but yet it produces life. But that's how we are in Christ. We gotta die before we produce life.
In
Okay,
all
but
honesty,
when
it's
you
the
put that,
same. It's the
okay,
same
but
with. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
when you put that seed in the ground and it grows that tree, see, I don't lost my train of thought. You
Sorry.
got to put that seed in the ground, and then that seed is going to grow. Where was I going? What was the question? What did you ask me?
My question for you was, what do you what do you think about questions, and do they bring
Okay,
clarity?
okay, all right. Let me go back to the tree. So, it was about the root of that tree. When that tree starts to grow in the ground, it has roots.
Okay.
Okay, and that roots is growing from that ground and they spreading out or whatever, and that tree is growing up or growing up. It's growing up and it's growing out. Now, if something is wrong with that tree or a plant in your house, the first thing you think about is, oh, it's not getting enough water. It's not getting enough sunshine. Sometimes it can be the root. What is the problem? The root of the problem. We always have to find out what is the root of that problem that's being presented to us. And once you find out what the root of the problem is, then you can heal it.
Mm-hmm.
You can heal it. That's why when I ask questions, I want to know what is the root? What is really the problem?
Yes.
Because if I sit here and I play these games with you, well, I told you. No, you didn't tell me anything. You didn't. That ain't how I understood what you were saying. That's why I want to make sure that I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That way, both of us can move forward.
Yes.
We both can move forward because there's an understanding, and all you're getting, get an understanding. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, it does not create confusion. It creates clarity because asking questions creates an understanding. Now,
Mm-hmm.
it creates an
That is, or excuse
understanding.
me. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know, and I don't think anybody else
Okay.
would have known unless you said so.
Praise the Lord.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
hallelujah! When it comes down to asking questions, you can get a clarity, you can get an understanding, as long as the person is actually answering the question. Because I mean, there's a difference in just responding to the things that you said,
Mm-hmm.
but if that person responds to what you said, they can talk you into circles and never get an answer.
You got to know how to ask questions, open-ended questions. You
And
got to
that
know how to ask
that's the
questions.
thing, though. You can ask a closed-ended question, but the person can still choose to
Mm-hmm.
respond in ways that does not give a yes or no question or yes or no answer. I
Do you
feel
know how
like,
to tell when somebody's lying? Somebody you close to?
oh
Do you know
yeah,
how to tell when they're
yes,
lying?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
with it at the same time, a person would not be considered lying if they're not giving if they're not giving an answer. If they're just responding to what it is that you said, they're not giving an answer, so it would not be considered a lie.
Well, they're not being truthful.
They're not being
And if
truthful.
if it's not a fact, it's fiction.
But that's the thing, though. when it comes down, think about lawyers. Think about lawyers, attorneys, and all that. So they can.
That's a setup question. That ain't no close. That's a setup question.
But that's the thing, though, because if you ask a question that should be a closing question with a yes or no. For example, if I ask you, "Did you come in at 8 o'clock?"
That's a closing question. That's a
Okay,
yes or
cool.
no.
So if the person responds with, "I didn't look at the time, so I cannot guarantee the exact time that I
No,
came in,"
answer the question. That's a yes. That's a closing.
and
Answer yes or no.
and I just gave you a perfect example of the things that I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, and see, for me, Ira, did something happen this morning? Along the way to getting to work because we see that you made it up here at such and such a time. Can you tell me what happened?
That's an open-ended question. That's not a closing-ended question.
No, you won't tell me what happened.
Yes, but it's not a closing-ended
If
question.
no, if you
A
say that
closing-ended-
nothing happened, then well, guess what? You late.
Yeah.
You're late, and you're lying because something had to happen for you to come in late.
And with that, that would also still be an open-ended question because one, it's not yes or no, and two, the person can sit here. For example, the question that you just asked, I can respond with, "I was coming down the road and I made it back to the school. I noticed that I made it back to the school and came into my class." Now, what does that tell you? I answered the question, but I didn't really give you a response. So now you have to do follow-on questions because the things that you asked were not answered, correct?
Listen, I love AI. It says open-ended questions require expansive,
Yes.
detailed answers that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. That's why I said when I ask you that question, you're gonna have to tell me something other than yes or no.
I know.
You gonna have to explain to me why you did or did not.
But you stated that was a closing question, right?
Well, I don't know what I said it was. All right, they begin with the words like how, what, or why. Closing the questions restrict. So yes or no. Closing is straight up yes or no.
Exactly.
And you know what? And you know what? Maybe I could have been wrong. I don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. You can ask somebody.
You pay really good attention. I like that.
I have to because I've been dealing with these creatures my entire life. So not you, but I'm saying, you know what I've been through, and you know what I'm going through, and I call them creatures because it's the same spiritual being in different bodies. And it's the same patterns that they do. I've recognized the patterns. I know how to deal with them. After researching and understanding what it is that they do, I'm able to see these creatures before they attempt to do the things that they do. And with that, I know how to deal with them. So with that, I understand when you need to ask closing-ended questions, yes or no. But I also understand that, just like the example I gave you, you can ask the closing-ended question, but they will respond to it, not answer the question, but they will respond to it and not give you an answer. They want to play the confusion game and run in circles to where now you decide either one of two things, and either way that it goes, they're going to win. You either get frustrated and give up on getting an answer to the question, so now they win. Or either you keep on trying to pry and rewording the question to where no, it's no longer a closed-ended question, so now they can respond however they want. So therefore they still win. So the only option that you have is to have other individuals around to keep pressuring. It's a yes or a no. It's a yes or a no. To take the triangulation that they decide that they want to try and use to smear campaign you, reverse that onto them. Mirroring, as I stated before. To where now you have other individuals who see the stuff and is like, look, it's a yes or no question. Yes or no. Now they feel pressured, which oftentimes what happens is they shut down and go silent. If they can't get their way, they will not give any way. So yes, I've dealt with this for many years. I understand now, based off of the last situation and circumstances that I have told you about when I was on the West Coast. And that's when I went into deep thought, which was funny as mess because at that same time as I was learning about these creatures, a certain individual was telling me I need to stop looking into this to find out that you are my final boss. So, I mean, it's crazy. But continuing on, I have another question for you, continuing on with the topic. How many arguments happen because people assumed instead of asking?
Say it again.
How many arguments have happened because people assume instead of asking? And you know your famous phrase of the word assume. You make an A out of you and me, exactly how it's spelled. But
I'm telling you.
how many arguments have happened because people assume instead of asking? How many relationships fail because people guessed instead of communicating? How many business deals fall apart because nobody clarified expectations? All three of these questions come down to effective communication. Oh yeah, we getting into it today.
Huh? How many? Who? What?
I'm gonna
How
say
many?
I said how many arguments happen because people assume instead of asking? How many relationships fail because people guessed instead of communicating? And
Probably all of them.
how many business deals fall apart because nobody clarified expectations? The moral of all three of these questions is effective communication. So my question to you ultimately is, what is effective communication? And I guess the root of all this is, when did you realize that effective communication solves a lot of problems that we deal with as a human being?
Say all of them. Because if you communication, you even though you said argument, how many things fail because people did not communicate? If you don't communicate, things fail.
Facts.
And I mean, sometimes it's hard to um it's you gotta tiptoe around on questions, how you converse with someone.
Yeah.
That's a hard place to be at. That's really a hard place to be at. And you can't always ask what you want to ask, say what you want to say, and all of that. But yeah, that's a hard place to be, because walls, that people put up walls. And when you want to move forward, you want to do what is right, but it's like,
Yes.
nah, I don't want to go there with you. I don't want to go there with you. And so that eventually crumbles. That fails. Business. If you want a partnership with someone in a business, y'all need to talk about everything. You need to talk about everything. We don't want to talk. I don't know if it's that painful or what, but we just don't want to talk
I got a
about
question
the
for you.
things that we need to talk about. What?
Would you say a relationship is a business?
I've heard that question before. Is a relationship? Is a
Because I'm like, you think about it, and this is on personal stuff. Um, when I think of when I think of a business, I think of a partnership. And then when it comes down to it, when I think of a relationship, I'm like, it's still a partnership. I'm like, we should be able
Mm-hmm.
to be transparent with one another, open and honest in the things that are going on, because
Mm-hmm.
the things that you're dealing with can affect what we are dealing with as collectively, as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that
Mm-hmm.
I'm dealing
Mm-hmm.
with can affect us collectively as a whole. So we need to be able
Yes.
to talk to one another. This is my thought process. Don't let it affect anything that you are thinking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
it literally, my shit is your shit. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Because if you're having a bad day due to something that's going on outside of our partnership, and it's affecting your mental in a time to where I am also relying on you for something that is going to affect us collectively, I need to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I feel that as a partner, it is my duty to understand how I can help you solve this situation to where us two, or however many is in there as a collective, can tackle the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because your BS is my BS, which affects our establishment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just my thoughts process. What do you have to say on that?
You are so doggone right, because I said it earlier. Whatever you do has effect on me. However you behave, it's gonna have an effect on whatever you do or don't do. It's gonna have an effect on me.
Mm-hmm.
We are intertwined more than we care
Facts.
to accept. Yeah, yeah,
Big facts.
yeah. We are. Yeah.
We are, we are, we are. All right. So we're starting to come a little more towards the end. The next one I want to ask is going into the topic of why people underestimate you. So one thing I've noticed is that people often underestimate those who don't constantly talk about themselves, which is crazy. What are your thoughts on this?
You know, you're right. You're right. Um, you don't give them anything to think about, anything to judge, anything to say. To make an analogy from, because you're quiet, you're silent. And you say you're acting, acting dumb. Basically, just acting dumb. When in all actuality, I'm gonna give you what you can handle of me. Maybe you can't handle anything of me. Maybe I don't, maybe you can't because maybe there's two different vibes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, people gonna think what they think regardless.
Facts.
Yeah. And it's a relationship. It's a two-way thing. Either either I'm gonna let you in, or I'm not gonna let you in. And that's from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Either I'm gonna keep that guard up, or I'm gonna keep that guard down. And that's from both sides. So if one side is down, then it's down for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle me, or I'm not ready for you.
Hey.
You know what I mean? I'm not. I don't feel like that. That spiritual battle's not. I'm not dealing with spiritual battle today. I'm not dealing with it. So that's how I feel about that.
Let me ask you this question.
Hmm.
Would you rather be respected because people think you're smart or successful because you're wise enough to keep learning?
Success is another one that's overrated. Would I? Yeah, because success is,
This
that's
is
another thing
why
that
I love you. Hold up,
I
pause,
have a
pause, 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 pause,
home.
pause, 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 pause.
What?
What color green is that on your nails?
Emerald. My
Okay.
birthstones.
Go ahead with your bad self. All right, I noticed it. I was like, hold on, we did clock that real quick. All right, continue. I like.
This is my birth month, so I get my nails in green.
Okay, respect.
Yeah,
I like
I
the
only
way
get them done once a month.
I like the way that it shines with that yellow dress that you got on right now. So it really stood out. I was like, hold up. You got the sun shining over it. All right, bad respect. But continue what you were saying. I hope I didn't mess up your train of thought. I apologize.
Yeah, you did.
You was. I'm sorry. You was looking immaculate. Like, come on now. I had to put respect where respect was due. All right.
Hmm. And that's what you was talking about, respect, right?
No.
Well, you were. You said, would I rather for someone to respect me because I'm successful? And I was saying successful is one of those things like winning.
It was. Would you rather be respected because of people think you're smart, or successful because you were wise enough to keep learning?
I want you to respect me for who I am. Because you can look at me and I can have all of this materialistic stuff, and you think I'm successful. That's what we put base success on. What you have and not who you are. So I want you to respect me as a human being. Someone that has wants, needs, and values and worth just like you do. And I hope you respect yourself as such. But that's how I want to be respected. Because material things pass away. And what was the other one? Because of materialistic, or because of success, or because of intelligence? Man, Alzheimer's running deep. You hear me? It's running deep. The mental running deep. So when I become that way, or I become old, when I get older, you don't look at older people as being wise. They don't look at this country does not. I won't say this country. A lot of people do not value the wisdom of the elderly.
They really don't.
So yeah, so then that becomes we're dumb. I didn't make it this far. Doing what I was doing. No, wisdom was imparted in me somewhere down the line. I got this. So that's why please respect me for being a human being. I had I think he was a colonel, a major colonel one, asked me one time, he's like, I've never worked with a female before. So how do I treat you? And I told him, I said, you treat me just like you
Right.
treat them dudes over there.
That's what I was about to say. Imagine my clitoris is extended. Same
That
thing.
is unwarranted.
I'm sorry. Sorry. In other words, don't treat me no different. I'm the same as you. I'm the same as you. I be telling Nye all the time. I'm like, look, the only thing that's different between us is you get cramps once a month. I'm like, I only get them when someone kicks me in the dick. Big difference.
Mm,
Everything you have is internal. Mine is external. That's the reason why it's a
mm,
perfect fit.
okay. Mm, okay.
That's just talking
Okay.
about the physical. When it comes to hormones and all that stuff, I'm sorry, I have nothing to argue with about
Um,
that. But I mean, that's one that is crazy, and it's funny that you say that because that rolls into my next thing. When it comes
okay.
down to the moment you stop trying to impress people is the moment you start learning from them.
Mm,
And unfortunately, I mean, at one point, I used to do exactly what I'm about to say. A lot of men would try and make it seem that they're greater or higher than women. When in time it's shown, even in matter of fact, in history, it's shown women can do the same things that men can do if they were put in those positions. So for men to think that, oh, because they're a man, they have more power or they are superior. No, boo boo. In all honesty, you're gonna hate me for this, Mom. Excuse my language. I'd
well, try
rather
to change your language to a place to where it doesn't sound so vulgar.
nah, fuck
Carry
that.
on.
Um, when people sit here and say, if someone were to call me a pussy, I would take that as a compliment
Please calm
because
down.
let me say again, if someone called me a pussy, I would take that as a compliment. The reason I would
Oh,
take it as a compliment because as a man, I know if a feather were to hit my testicle sac
I'm
in
gonna
the
hang up on you.
don't do that. Listen, let me finish, Linda. Let me finish. If someone, I'm gonna say it all in one time. If someone called me a pussy, I would take it as a compliment because I know how sensitive and vulnerable a sac is, a scrotum is. Because if the wind blows wrong on a scrotum, it can drop a man to his knees based off of how sensitive testicles are. But as a vagina, it can take a beating, shoot off a child, and still snap back and make a man come in 3 seconds.
I'm supposed to smile or agree on that.
I'm not. You can do whatever you want, but all I'm saying there is, if you called me a pussy, that lets me know that I can always snap back and overcome. If you call me a scrotum, that means that I can fall at any freaking moment. Anything touches me, I'm dropping. and and it's funny at the fact, and I find it hilarious at the fact that a lot of people look down on women when they have one of the strongest systems, but yet a man is constantly digging in with their ego, trying to make themselves seem as if they are the strongest and most powerful when anything can knock them down very quickly. So it's almost as if the opposites, just like how a woman, if you want to say, is playing dumb but being smart, as a man is trying to make himself seem so smart while he's truly dumb. In
Mm.
comparison. So that's why I said I was going to apologize, and if you had let me finish, you'd understand now.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's wild because when it comes down to it, this goes into my next segment: the ego versus wisdom. What's the difference between intelligence and wisdom? I feel that intelligence is knowing information while wisdom is knowing what to do with it. And unfortunately, when it comes down to women, y'all have that information. And it just so happens that men, we have gone through things and been put in situations to where we know what to do with it. So a lot of men tend to have that wisdom while the women have that intelligence. And even looking at through the things that I have gone through in life, my wife has had that intelligence. She knows. She has that information. She has that information, but for some reason, she doesn't really pass it on. But as a man, we know it's like we know what the outcome can be by us doing it. Once we do it, we're like, okay, that's what this is. As a woman, it's like y'all know the information. And I feel that that's the reason why we need to work together. So even when you have individuals who are think they know everything, why is it they always come to the individuals who they think are dumb to actually do the things? Some
You
people.
said a lot, but I'm gonna take intelligence out of the factor.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, for women. Simply because the word says wisdom is a sheep.
Huh?
And Solomon, yeah, she sits at the gate. Wisdom is a woman. But no, that's just a street word. But wisdom is
I know what you're
greater.
talking about, but it's the fact that you threw it in there. I was just like, ooh, it made my mind think of something else. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about the same thing that says that women should not be in the pulpit. But go ahead.
Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, it kind of
I'm
does.
looking at the definition of wisdom and intelligence, and you know what? Your children are intelligent because intelligence is their capacity to learn, to process information, and to solve problems. Wisdom, at some point in time, you should be wise. It is the ability to make sound judgments and apply that knowledge with life experience, empathy, and foresight. So I don't knock either male or female from being wise. Yeah, some people have the capacity to learn. They may not. They may have knowledge, but they don't have wisdom
Oh, I'm about to blow
because they
your
don't
mind.
use it. Okay, I know. You know what? I'm dumb on this one. I'm not dumb. But
No,
but
I
you
just
said
I got a question for you. It made me think of a question. That's why I was like, ooh, I'm about to blow your mind. So finish
okay,
what you're
but
saying.
I like what you said when people work together.
Yes.
When a husband and a wife work together, man, let me tell you something. They kill it. I've been
Facts.
watching that. They kill it.
Yes.
When you come together and you work as one, as a unit,
Yes.
man, things happen. Good
Big
things
facts.
happen. Yeah,
This
good things happen. But
ooh,
when you
this
got that
this is a
pulling, yeah,
good long episode. I love you, Ma.
I'm telling you, bro, I got to go.
But you still here.
Yes, you're
You
here.
still here.
What's that question you said? You said you had it. It was a long
Well,
one.
what I wanted to go on about was what you were saying. I was like, some people have information, others have understanding. But some people can win arguments while others can build lives. And that made me lead into the question that I have, which is, do you think that social media has created a culture where people would rather appear knowledgeable than actually grow?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
That was kind of a closed-ended question.
I do. Yeah, it was.
let me
Show
let
you
me
right.
let me let me hear a little bit more on your
I'll do it
response
for you.
there.
You don't have to. Because you know what? Here's the thing with what you just asked me that I see is if I want to know how to bake a cake, I'm gonna go get Danli Divine podcast to show me how to bake a cake because I believe he's intelligent, he has wisdom, he has knowledge and experience in doing this. And with Danny may not have nothing, but because of me believing this, I'm going for it. When in
Facts.
all actuality, you know what? I could go across the street to Mr. What was his name? Somebody across the street drinking that beer and ask his wife,
Yeah.
hey, teach me how to make a cake. Because I'm gonna get more facts and information from them, hands on. I'm able to ask questions. Whereas on social media, it's just a tutorial. I don't get to ask anything. I don't get to learn anything. I'm just still going through the motions. Because, when you put that flour in that pan, you got to sift it. It's more to doing something than what you see on social media. You got to
Facts.
sift that flour so that stuff is going to air up and make that cake all fluffy and
Yep.
moist and all of that. And then you got to stitch your stuff out and let it get warm and use it at room temperature. And you got to put your eggs and all of this
Yep.
go in one by
Yep.
one and mix it and all. Yeah,
And
it's a
then
lot more to it.
you gotta set it out to let it cool, all that.
Yeah, and then you got to be crazy enough to taste it to see if it's whether you want, yeah, salmonella, but you got to do that. We used to get a kid in the batter. Yeah, you
Right.
get batter, baby.
It's kind of like in the military, you got selective unmasking.
Yeah. Didn't know that. Oh my God, you giving this child these raw eggs. You might be
Right.
here in the hospital in a few
In
minutes,
all
but we
honesty,
did.
you having children at the age of 20 because you know I'm still prime enough to where I can have another one if this one dies.
That is so jacked up. It's so jacked up. But it was all out of love. It was all out of love.
Exactly.
But I tell you
The
what,
last thing
that
you
was
remember
all
of me
love.
is this was sweet, right?
Yeah. Did you taste that
I gotta
almond
calm it
flavor
down.
in it?
You going to bed, boy?
Okay.
You going to bed? Hug and a kiss. Hug and a kiss. It's past your bedtime. Mwah. Say bye-bye to Tutu.
Bye to.
Love you, baby.
She said love you. Where your sister there? Go bring your sister. Bring your sister. So she can say bye to Tutu as well, all right?
Yeah. Man, we've been on here for how long now?
Hey, was it not a time though?
It was a good time.
Okay, all
I
right.
didn't ever know that's on TikTok. When TikTok shut off,
Yeah, the TikTok, we got some people on there and nobody said anything. I mean, that's normal. Like,
they're probably just watching us cut up.
I mean,
Have your time.
probably. But I mean, again, I'm not worried about it. Okay, love, hug and kiss. Oh,
Bye,
thank you.
Tutu.
Good night, my
Hold
love.
on, she can't see you. Come over here. There you go.
Good night, my love.
She said, "Good night, my love."
Good night, Tutu.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. So that was all right. So it does say 9. Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and get ready to finish this off. All right. So for everybody who is watching, has made this far, I want you to ask yourself this: when was the last time you changed your mind about learning new information? Because if your beliefs never evolve, are you learning, or are you protecting your age? Now, with that, I want to go ahead and say this to you, Miss Judy. I think the biggest takeaway today is that humility is not weakness. Humility is strength under control. All right? The smartest people I've met ask questions. They seek clarity. They observe. They listen. They learn. They don't spend all their energy proving themselves. So the next time you're in a room full of people trying to be heard, try being the person trying to understand. You might be surprised how much you learn. I'm going to go ahead and let all these people behind me staring at me come say something before I close out. Oh, you going to run away, Zachariah? Come on, babe. Come on, Azaria. Come on. Step on over. What you want to say? What you want to say to everybody that's over here listening?
It's about time. It's about time.
Baby girl, sit up. You're being so weird. What you going to say?
It's about time. It's about
That's the
time.
closing, baby girl. What do you want to say to anybody who's listening?
It's about time.
She said it's divine time. Okay, I'll let you do the closing. I'll let you do the closing. Babe, come here. Here. 5 hours later, Zachariah. Why your mommy is taking like 30 minutes. Come here.
I'm not taking 30 minutes.
Come here. What you want to say? Yeah, she's not coming back on. What you want to say? What you want to say to everybody who's listening, Boba?
You still up?
Have a good life.
That works?
Oh.
That works, baby girl. Come on. A 9.
Okay, so your brother wants us to be on your show.
Hello.
He's still on. He's getting ready to go off right now.
Oh, okay. What I want to say to you.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
Hold on.
Because you can see what they can see.
I'm gonna disconnect from this
You
and
gotta
put you
scroll
on
down some.
speaker.
Oh, okay.
He wants to do can you hear me?
Who?
Yes.
Yeah, he wants to do a show.
She on there with somebody. Can they hear
She's
her?
talking to Sherelle.
I'm sorry. I was talking to Sherelle. I got Sherelle on the phone, and I was telling her you wanted us to do a show.
I was talking about Rel earlier. Go ahead, babe. What do you want to say to anybody?
He wants to do a show on your podcast.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Okay. When do you want to do it? You tell us. Oh. Maybe one Sunday. So I mean, you got to do 2 different shows. Okay, so I was adding
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
an event.
I know.
to my calendar.
All right. So, what I want to say is things look really crazy right now, but there's still light. There's still positivity out there. You just got to go looking for it. If you dwell on the negative stuff too much, then that's all you're going to see. So take it one day at a time. Find one thing that's positive every day for you, and keep your mental up. That's all I got for y'all today.
Baby girl, you gonna close this out?
she was waiting.
Come on.
It's about time. It's about time. What's up? What's up?
All right. There you go, baby girl. I'm gonna put these back on, all right?
It's divine time.
Right? She always be ready to say that. It's divine time. It's divine time. Let's go. Let's go.
Look her walking. Look her walking away. Come here.
I know, right? She owned it. She owned it for real.
Wait a minute.
She owned that.
She sure
owned
did.
that.
I gotta repeat that. It's about time. Oh, what did she say? What did she say? It's about time.
It's divine time. It's divine time.
It's
Hey,
divine
baby girl,
time.
come here.
Man, she tore that up real.
Tutu want to hear it again.
It's divine time. It's divine time. So
Let us
what's
know,
up?
What is it? What's your saying? Come on.
It's about time. It's about time. What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
There you go, baby girl. That right there is the ending. That's the outro right there. All the way. All the way.
Dad.
Yes, my boy.
My sister wants to show you something.
Oh God, what's she showing me?
Yeah, go ahead. Show how you walked out.
So yeah, that is that. I'm gonna go ahead and close this live real quick. Much love and appreciate to everybody. I appreciate y'all going in.
Do it.
Babe,
Huh?
look at your daughter.
What am I looking at? Wow. Where did you learn that? She got like a whole Beyonce walking out the room, ma.
Hey. So, are you still live?
We are live on Tickety Tockety. Let me end this, and then that way I'll just be live on the Patreon, which is my normal thing. I'll just close it. I'm in live on everything. Hold on.
Okay, just let me know when you want to do Godly Girl Talk or how you want to do that, because Godly Girl Talk only has girls on it.
I know
That's one thing.
that was the biggest thing. I was just like, all right, cool. I know.
So
But
invite her
I
to your
figured-
show.
Okay, I figured I was like, I'll probably have to invite her to my show because I know she only does Godly Girls on hers. And I was like,
Yeah,
so
invite
having her
her.
on mine,
Yeah.
I was like, invite her on mine would be best because she's kind of sexist
Yeah.
on hers.
Me?
Okay, all right, that's fine.
That is
That's
sexist.
fine.
It's not sexist.
She only has girls on hers. That's
So
sexist.
what? There are other podcasts that only have men. She's opening up a space for other people.
That's still sexist, is it not?
Are you talking about mommy?
Is it not? Like, what the heck? Really, Ma? What are you
No,
doing?
Let me off this daggone thing. I'm
Bye.
not
Bye. Go.
Love you.
You are no longer wanted. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker so they
Oh
can
my
hear you.
God.
You're still wanted for right now. Once you say this, then I'm gonna kick you off. Go ahead.
It was a pleasure. God bless all of you. I take this award tonight for all of the good deeds that I've done in life. I've learned how to be respectful of others and how to love my family. It's just amazing walk. And I pray that everyone tries to walk that walk and talk that talk, the right one.
Hold on, Ma. Hold on. Let me turn off the background.
Pass the plate.
There you go. That way you can see everybody.
Oh,
Hold on, we missed the
traumatic
Zachariah.
when he only had the hand
Where you
show.
at? There we go.
It was more traumatic. When
No,
he
it was
had
not.
the hand.
No. All right, there you go. Now you got everybody.
Daddy, now you
And I got everybody. Yeah.
That's because your brother's all up in the thing,
Yeah.
There you
He
go,
got that
Zara.
little head in the way.
right?
Yeah. You gotta have some vibe with it, Zachariah. It just can't be. Yeah. No, don't be blocking her out. Yeah.
Why are you
That's
blocking
my
your
old
sister?
Look at that head. Why you blocking her? That's all right, Zari. So still love you, my precious.
There you go, girly.
She got your whole face. I'm telling you that right now. She's got your whole.
Who was Aria? Why are you hiding from the camera now?
I'm not trying to let you be.
No, get in the camera. There you go. I don't mind. I can block out the camera. I've been in the camera the whole time. Now your mom hiding from the camera.
I was like,
Come on, There you go. Get in there. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Hit those movements. Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hype me up. Hey, hype me up.
Is this live? Really? Is this live?
Nah, we're
Really?
not live
Even
anymore.
if it was, it's
Oh.
really on.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like, we're still on Patreon. We're still on Patreon, but I'm like, people gotta pay to see all
Oh my
this.
god.
So,
That is so
This
funny.
is-
That
this
is so
is our
funny. That's
reality.
fine.
yeah, this is our reality. This is how we
Azaria.
always are. This is
Azaria
our
face
normal us.
frozen.
This is our normal us, Mom. So I mean, you get to see us.
Oh
what
wow.
shirt you got on? My husband. Oh yeah, the one that makes me seem psycho is crazy.
You are psycho.
Only if they bring it out of me, okay? But
Zaria,
you don't have to give them like.
is it Zaria's hair braided? Or is it out?
No, she just took it out. She just took it out today.
Wash it tomorrow.
Oh.
Girl, nope,
Yeah, she take it out.
nope,
It's okay
nope.
because it grew.
I didn't ask you to
It
take it
did
down.
grow a lot, but she over here looking like somebody
Ooh,
running
look
a
at that.
plantation.
Oh man.
This
Girl, you got a
she-
head full of
She
hair.
just came in
You
from
used to
picking
be
cotton.
bald headed.
True that, you did.
That's
You used
why
to
I
be.
said it grew a lot.
You see the way she looked at you, Ma? You see the way she looked at you? She gave me that look like, oh, that's how you want to play this game?
Zaria, you remember calling me bald headed? It hurt my feelings. Call me bald headed.
I know,
That
right?
bald headed one.
You remember when you?
That's all right.
You
I got
remember,
some
you remember
sprigs
when
on my
called
hair
Tutu
now.
bald-headed?
No.
That was because it came out. I know the feeling, baby girl. Things just come out.
But
So
you
you speak the
say,
truth.
Zaria, I don't care what they say about you. You my only granddaughter.
You are.
So you know you
honestly.
special.
You are. She's got nothing but grandsons.
Yeah,
She
you
got
are.
Zachariah,
You
Joshua,
the only girl.
Jeremiah,
You the only girl.
CJ.
CJ.
Yeah.
You are the only girl. You are Tutu's
No.
only granddaughter.
Yep.
You are the
And you a
only
tough one too. You don't take
You
no
know what that
junk, and
means,
I
right?
love it.
From nobody.
That means that you
I'm
can
telling
milk her
you.
for everything. You gotta tell her leave you a house, a car, like everything. 6 bank accounts, all that. Run me my money.
I won't be nothing in it. I leave
Yo,
it
don't
for
fall off
you.
the seat, girl. Don't fall off the seat.
I give it all to you.
Yo,
now.
look at the way she look. Ma, look how she looking at you. She see you as a bag now. What the heck? Go get down. Go get down.
Doing that thing
She's doing. She has this weird.
laughing so-
Oh my god.
It's like when she
Hold
laughs,
that head down and
her
look
eyes
up.
start to
Yeah,
go
she a
up.
nut.
Yeah, she'll laugh
You
and
did
make her
right.
eyes go separate ways, and I'm like, "What the world?" Anaya brought it to my attention. I was like, "I've never looked at her like that. Now that I see it, I can't see it, which is kind of scary. I don't want to make her laugh no more."
You know, most people bring them in. She let
She
them go
makes hers
out.
go outward.
I can do this, Daddy.
How the hell you do that?
Oh yeah,
That
I do
hurt.
that all the time too. That's right, right. I'm telling you, she's not normal, but I love it. You're baby girl. You're not normal. You're like me and mommy, and we're not normal. That's how I know you're not normal. Your brother is close. Your brother is the closest to normal that we can get, because due to me and your mom,
That's not true.
you are
That's
not
true.
normal. Your brother is the closest to normal in this family.
Hey, Azaria, you know what happened?
What?
Let me tell you what happened.
She said, "Yeah,
I didn't drop you on your head.
That's true.
true,
I dropped your brother. I didn't drop you.
Yeah.
true."
'Cause listen,
Yeah, she
and
dropped.
I
She
smacked
dropped
the
your
mess out of
brother.
your daddy
Yep.
cousin.
You.
What
That's crazy. You were a normal
I just-
birth and came out unnormal, according to society, which means you're normal according to how society should be. Your brother, on the other hand, he's the one that's not normal, according to us. So everybody in this household, me, you, your mom, you're normal. Your brother's the oddball. Yeah.
No, he's not.
I'll take that kiss.
Look at his
I'll
face.
take that kiss. Yeah.
No, that was
Oh,
No,
what,
he's
what
not.
was that?
I was about to tell you something.
Oh, what you telling me?
Oh God.
A word? That's how you feel? No. I refuse to accept that. I don't like math. I'm not the.
What did she say?
Yes. She had the nerve to tell me, and she was like, "But you're like my brother." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not like your brother. I am not normal.
Ooh.
I'm not normal.
I love
I refuse to be normal.
I love
I'm
math
not normal.
questions.
I am not normal.
I love
Ooh.
that question.
I'm not normal. I am not normal.
That's
Do not put me in that category. I am superb.
That is hilarious.
I'm superb. I'm not normal. You know
Well,
what? We gonna
I
fight.
am going
It
to
might lead
finish
to another
coloring my
conception.
shirt. So
It,
Ow, that hurt.
it possibly won't, but
Dad,
at
look at
least
my
I can
brother's
try.
face. Look at my brother's face.
All right, Ma, I'm gonna go ahead and go before I beat your what are you? Her yeah, before I beat your daughter-in-law up in a sexual way.
Ew! Why would you tell your mother that?
exactly. That is so gross.
I'm sorry. You said that you said that you what? Why? Who is hitting me?
Yeah. That's
Really? We're gonna fight, bro. You don't even know what these words mean, and you're already a.
It don't matter.
You
It's
don't
okay.
know what
It's
they
cool. I'm
know.
gonna beat you
know
down
I
at the
know you
knee.
shouldn't be saying that around them. Anywho, that's gross. I don't want to hear that.
Ma, don't say that because then they're gonna start catching on the context. She said hiccup.
You're my honey bunch.
You are the apple of my eye, and I love you, and I want you to know.
I know your daddy can't say it.
I can't. Daddy can't see. You can, Daddy.
What can I throw at them that will not hurt them?
Nothing. Leave them babies alone.
My toy. One of my toys.
Go to bed. It's past your bedtime.
It is.
Exactly.
Good night. Did y'all say good night to Tutu?
Yeah, we did.
All right. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye. Love you guys. I love you all. Good night.
Bye, mommy.
Really?
We gotta take you to the.
Oh, she's going to Italy. Is it Italy or Paris?
I'm going to Paris.
She's
Oh,
going to
that's
Paris.
even
She's
better.
going to Paris.
Listen,
But hold on, no,
what you gotta do? No.
no.
I need you.
Because I told her I
Wrong
was
way.
like in July I was like we can send the kids to them.
So,
Did
what
you
I'm
hear
gonna
me?
need you-
Did you hear what I said?
July kids, yeah.
She's gonna come down and grab the kids. And
That's nice.
mother, yo, give my hat. My
So-
hair is looking real,
So
really
about the
bully right now.
wine, right? I'm gonna need you to have some good food while you're there, and I need you to tell me about it.
She's gonna eat.
You need
some
for me to have
nails.
what? Have some what?
Some good food and some wine.
She's a
while
fatty
you're
at
there.
heart.
Girl.
And then I need you to tell me about it so I can cry just a little bit. And then
What are you
live
talking
through it.
about?
Oh,
When
I'll
she
send you a
takes the
picture.
kids, we can go travel.
I'm just saying.
I
She's
mean,
already gonna be there. So, some wine.
Y'all can take me. I'll be your babysitter so y'all can go have fun.
respect. I'm down with that.
Wine,
Well,
you
look
know.
at that. Look at that. We got her. We got Eunice. Ooh, that's 2 babysitters right there. We can go travel. So when Eunice comes, that means we can go somewhere else in the country. So we're not going too long. When my mom comes, that means we can go to outside the country.
I hope it's gonna be fun there.
We will
Says
have
like
fun.
He's finna go.
I said we will have fun. Found it. Hey.
We'll have her outside of the country.
We will
for
send
every
you a
vacation.
postcard.
I've seen guinea pigs.
We'll have
Then again,
that.
we'll get back before the postcard arrives, honestly.
I don't know. We could do that now. We could do that now.
Do what now?
Well, not like now, but the family vacation things, they absorb languages way faster at the same
Yeah, but the last thing I want to do is get cussed out by my daughter when she's 16 by a language I'm not familiar with because she still remembers it.
And that's your fault. That's your fault.
You see how?
You better put the interpreter on your phone so you know what she's saying.
Great. So I
Google
need it
Translate.
right. They got it on Timo, right? Timo, so I can go ahead and put that in my ear.
The little translator.
Yeah, the translator. So she be cussing me out. I'm like, oh, that's how you feel? Bet.
Honestly.
But I mean, it's not like I'm gonna be able to do it. It's not like I'm gonna be able to do anything because if I try and kick her out, she can be like,
Dad?
I'm going to Tyrone. So
Why would you even say something like that?
look, my mom knew right away. See that
Why
face?
would you even say
She was like,
that?
ooh, you don't want to do that.
Why
Tyrone.
You would rather say.
You see how my mom's face was like,
You
ooh,
would rather her
nah.
say, "We're not getting along."
Tyrone gonna have her set for life.
I'm gonna go to Tutu's house.
Tyrone.
We're gonna say, I'm not getting along with you right now. I'm gonna go to Tutu's house.
Look, if
I would
if
prefer
she's
that
able to
than
procure the funds to go down to
She
Tutu,
won't have to. 'Cause
but
all she
at
gonna
the same
say
time,
is,
that means that she has
"Daddy's
to have a good communication with Tutu because you know Tutu likes to get up and go. So she might be like, I'm going to Tutu house, and
All
Tutu
she
be
gotta do is
in a
call
different
Tutu
country.
and say that Daddy's tripping. We're not getting along right now.
So check it. Hold up. What you
Can I-
clapping your hands for?
Tutu,
You
can
better
I
stop
stay
clapping
with
your
you?
hands.
And
Do you
she
want to
would
have
rather-
hands to continue to
She
clap?
would rather her
Don't be
stay
on
at
mommy's
her
side right now.
house
That's
than
a bad
go see
side to be on.
Tyrone.
Mommy is in the wrong right now, okay?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think
I
so.
think so.
I think
I
Tutu
think
would
so.
rather her be under her own roof than her go find Tyrone somewhere.
All I gotta say is you wouldn't mind finding Tyrone somewhere at that age, would you?
What was the name? What was the words to the song? Tyrone.
You better call
I heard
us.
it.
We need to stop. We need to stop for real.
Because listen, don't nobody got time for that.
We really don't. We really
When they
don't.
go find Tyrone, they come out with extracurricular stuff.
Exactly. And I'm
That-
sitting here
that
just
was
like,
so
all right,
crazy.
cool. That's what we doing.
Why is my
And I
phone
gotta find her
going
before she
on?
finds Tyrone. Yes, bye.
How y'all gonna go somewhere without a car?
Daddy has a particular set of skills.
It's called Uber, son.
No,
Call
Daddy
Uber,
has a
take you
particular
to
set of
there.
skills that's called critical thinking and finding a way. The faster we do what we want to, the faster we do what we need to do.
Faster you do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when if I need to do something, I will find a way to get it done.
Like what?
It depends on what the circumstance
No,
is.
friend.
The same things I've been teaching you.
You
Remember I
don't
was
buy
talking
me
about critical thinking?
nothing.
Yes.
Like, all right.
Like
You
that, like-
did you look up the lyrics?
Yeah, she did.
I got the song.
She did. She did. She was like, Google, go Google it. Go Google it.
Who's that?
Right?
Google
Now, all right, it's time to go because she over here singing now.
Every time you come around, you got to bring James, John, Paul, and Tyrone.
No, I'm just dealing with the Ass brothers. You know, Poe, Bo.
Huh?
Can
you pull Tyrone up?
I'm not pulling it up.
I'm not
I'm not
Why
doing
you
it.
won't pull up?
You better not call him.
Listen, I'm too old for them kind of problems.
That's all.
1, 2,
I can give you them problems tonight, though.
I'm too old.
I like Tyrone.
I can give you them problems. I can look, babe. We got a new bed set. I can fold you over.
Why would you say that in front of your mom? And of course you think that's funny.
Oh,
What
look
is
at
wrong with
Look at her
this? Come get your kid.
Come on,
Get your
come
kid.
on.
Yo,
Come get your
her
kid.
face like, ooh. Yo, ma, that face you made was like remembrance. You were like, oh.
Listen, come get your kid.
She,
Matter of
remembers,
fact,
she remembers
don't even worry
she
about it.
remembers the one person that folded her over a mattress. Yo.
Listen.
All right, hey yo, I love this. I'm not going to add on to all of this.
Or to your kid.
Last thing I need is Eric to see this and be like, yo, what the fuck? Oh, curry goat sounds so good right now.
This song is crazy.
Mom,
Yeah.
you're still reading the lyrics?
Ma,
Ma, go to bed. Go to bed. It's almost 10 here, so which means it's like, what, 8 o'clock there? I love you. Later. Oh, my God. Let me end this Patreon.
oh God.